Hi beauties, if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe because you're gonna love it here. I guarantee you're gonna love it here. So make sure you subscribe. As you can already tell by the title, we are making some very delicious bouillon. Today is Saturday and I've been having a taste for some bouillon, okay? I've been having a taste for some bouillon. So the last time I made bouillon was when I went to Florida a few weeks ago. I made it. I did not make a video. When I made the bouillon, I just did a shorts and the shorts had over 30,000 views. A lot of people love bouillon, but they do not know how to make it. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you all the ingredients. You can add pretty much whatever type of veggie you like. I don't like a whole lot of veggies in mine. I like mine a little bit more on the basic side. So what I'm going to be using is potatoes, carrots, spinach, and watercress. So I'll show everything to you, but like I said, you can use a little bit more veggies. And of course, dumpling. I do not like eating soup without dumpling. All right, now you know your girl could talk, okay, baby? I could talk. So enough talking. I'm gonna go ahead and show you all the ingredients. So let's get started, come on. All right, so these are the ingredients. I will be using some carrots. I will be adding some parsley. I will be adding some thyme as well. I will be using some green scallions, also known as green onions. I will be using some celery, onions. We have some watercress, and I have about, I believe, 5 to 6 watercress. They come already packaged. You see the little rubber band. So I have 5 to 6 of these, and I love a lot of watercress in my bouillon. So you don't need to have all these watercress if you do not like all the greens, but bouillon is supposed to have a lot of greens in it. It's supposed to have a lot of greens, but like I said, if you decide you do not want to have a lot of greens, you don't have to. But if you want to have that real deal bouillon, yeah, you want to get you some watercress, a good amount. So like I said, I believe I have about 5 to 6. I also have some spinach. You do need to have a good amount of spinach in your bouillon. I love a lot of spinach in mine. Again, you don't have to, but I would recommend it if you're trying to have the real deal. So, and I believe I have about 5 bags of the spinach, and you already know how spinach is. Once you boil it, once it cooks down, it shrinks like you have nothing. So I got 5 bags of these. I also have some potatoes. I have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have about 7 potatoes. I do have some lime, and the lime is pretty much for me to clean the meat. For the meat, you can use beef. You can use cow feet. You can use oxtail. For the ones who do not like meat, you can always substitute the meat for crabs. I am going to add some crab in the soup only because my daughter, she does not eat any meat. So for the meat, I will be using some turkey necks. This is what I have. I'll be using a turkey necks. Normally I do use the beef, but I am trying to eliminate beef in my diet. And the other meat that I will be using some pork feet. This is what I will be using. Normally, I do use the cow feet. I do like the cow feet better, but I could not find the cow feet. They did not have any cow feet. So I'm just gonna go ahead and use this. This tastes just as good. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and give you another look. So this is the meat that I will be using. This is the meat. And then these are all the veggies. Once again, I have celery, I have scallion, I have thyme, parsley, carrots. Oh, I did forget to show you the pepper. I do have scotch bonnet pepper. I have the lime to clean the meat. I also have the watercress. Again, I do have some potatoes. And then here are the spinach that I will be using. And like I stated, you can use, you can add other vegetables in here if you want. Some people add yam, some people add plantain. So it's really your choice, your option, what you want to add in here. Some also add corn. I don't add corn. I do not add the yam. I just don't care for all those veggies. So I keep mine pretty simple. But if you're the type that like all those veggies, you can definitely add them in. But these are all the veggies that I will be using. using for my...
She's a cooking beauty when she's in the kitchen doing cooking duty. I said when she's in the kitchen doing cooking duty, she's a cooking beauty. A show enough cooking beauty. She's also a model. That's right, she's a model. Sit yourself down for a minute and check out what she does in the kitchen. 5 hours later, you'll still be watching this lady. She's just that amazing. Personality, bubbling with comedy. This cooking beauty is quite funny. Here on YouTube, she does a bit.
Why you think it's that one?
Cooking, modeling, traveling, and vlogs. So remember her name, man. Cooking. Beauty, and do your duty. Watch, like, and subscribe, and enjoy the vibe. She's a cooking beauty when she's in the kitchen doing cooking duty. I said when she's in the kitchen.
I just got done cleaning the turkey necks, and this is it. Clean the pork feet as well. And I also cleaned the crabs. I cut them open to remove the shell and all the nasty, gooey, dookie, and all that extra stuff in here. I do not like eating these type of crabs whole because the inside is not clean. So yeah, so this is how I like them. They're all clean. I clean all the inside. Next, I'm going to show you the seasonings that I will be using. The first one that I'll be using is the complete seasoning: garlic powder, adobo, Maggi, Creole, well, Tony's Creole seasoning, seasoned salt, black pepper, some salt, regular salt, cayenne pepper. I have about 1 tablespoon in here of each of the seasonings that I showed you. So I'm just gonna go ahead and mix everything, and I will add the seasoning in each of the meat that I showed, including the crab. So let's get started on that. So it is all mixed. I'm gonna go ahead and put the seasoning in. So first we have the crab. Next we have the pork feet, and the last one will be the turkey necks.
She's a cooking beauty when she's in the kitchen doing cooking duty. I said when she's in the kitchen.
I did put a good amount of seasoning in the turkey necks. So now I'm just gonna use the rest, put a little bit more in here, and the pork feet, a little bit more in the crabs. And you already know that I'm going to add some of my épices in the meat because I put that ish on everything, okay? On everything. And again, if you're interested on how to make this, I do have a video. There is a video on how I made this. So if you are interested, you can just go ahead and click on that video for the step-by-step instructions. Okay, so I'm just gonna put 2 spoons in the pork feet. I'm also going to put 2 spoons of the épices in the turkey neck, and we are adding 2 spoons of the épices in the crabs as well. The last thing I will be adding now is some freshly squeezed lime juice, and I think I squeezed about 4. Okay, so I'm adding a little bit to the crab. I'm adding a little bit to the pork, and I am also adding some to the turkey neck. Everything is well seasoned. These are the crabs, well seasoned. Next, we have the turkey necks. As you can see, they're very well seasoned as well. And then the last thing we have are the pig feet. Now that our meat is clean, it is time to cook them. Your stove on high temperature, add some oil and add 2 spoons of tomato paste. Allow your tomato paste to fry for about 2 minutes. It will look something like this. It will look like little pebbles. 2 minutes after frying the tomato paste, I am now adding the pork feet. The pork feet, it does take a little bit longer to cook than the actual turkey necks. So because the pork feet does take longer, I am going to cook the pork feet first for about 2 hours. Once you have added all the meat, be sure to mix very, very well. Now that your meat is mixed well, we are going to add 4 cups of water. Next, I will be tying up some fresh parsley and thyme. Add it in the pot and cover. Allow it to cook for about an hour. After an hour, your meat should look just like this. Now I will be adding the turkey necks. I will add some more water and allow this to cook for another hour.
She's in the kitchen doing cooking duty. I said when she's in the kitchen doing cooking duty, she's a cooking beauty.
Make sure you mix well. Add 3 cups of water, cover, and allow to cook for an hour on medium-low temperature. The total cooking time for the meat is 2 hours. After an hour of cooking the neck bones, the turkey necks, this is how your meat should look. We're going to remove the meat from the pot and put it to the side. We will be using a sauce from the meat, so make sure you do not throw it away. Now it is time to cook the veggies. The same pot that I used for the meat, we will be using the same pot. Make sure you wash your watercress. Watercress tends to have a lot of dirt, so make sure you wash it really well. At this point, you do want to make sure that your stove is on high temperature, high heat, and we are going to mix. You want to mix it very well. Next, we will be adding our spinach. Make sure you also clean your spinach. We do not want any dirty veggies, dirty meat, so make sure you clean everything. Next, we are going to clean our potatoes and carrots. Well, we first want to peel. Once they are peeled, we are going to wash and cut them up. After we cut them up, we are going to wash them again.
Sit yourself down for a minute and check out what she does in the kitchen. 5 hours later, you'll still be watching.
Now that our carrots and potatoes are cleaned, we are going to add them in the pot. Once we are done mixing everything, we will be adding some water. The amount of water you add just depends on how much soup you want to make. Next, we are going to wash and cut up our celery and also add that to the pot. Next, I will be adding the dumplings. I didn't want the video to be too lengthy, so I did not make a video of the dumpling. But if you would like to see a video on how to make dumplings, let me know and I got you. Now it is time to season our broth. The season that I'm adding, this is just my preference. You can add the seasonings of your choice, but if you want to follow my steps, you can use the ones that I am showing you. I will be adding some fresh parsley and thyme. I will also be adding some scotch bonnet pepper and some cloves. Also adding my scallions and my onions as well. Also adding some butter. Once we have added everything, we're going to cover this up, leave it on medium-low temperature, and allow it to cook for about 40 minutes. 10 minutes before the soup is ready, we are going to add our cooked meat in the pot. We are also going to add the remaining juices, the sauce from the meat in the pot. Remember to taste and add more seasonings if you feel that is needed. 5 minutes before we are done, we are going to lastly add our crabs. Crabs, we already know it does not take long to cook, so we will let this simmer for about 5 minutes. Make sure to mix well. Mix. And just like that, we are done. This soup is absolutely delicious. You have to try it. It is a must try. Let me know in the comment section if you've ever tried this. By far, I'm not being biased, by far one of the best soups you will ever have. If you've never made this or you've never had it, I would recommend you try it. You will not regret, especially if you are a soup lover. Thank you so much for tuning in, my beauties. Do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe because you're going to love it here. Until the next one, my beauties. Love you. Bye.
That's right, she's a model, cooking beauty.